This is CBS.
Up next on Eyewitness News, the world champion Pistons overcome the 16-year Portland jinx. Eli Zaret, Verd Jacques, and Spencer Haywood recap the action in a live report.
And I'll show you how thousands showed up to cheer the Pistons on at the Palace. I'll have a live report.
The new leader of Detroit's Roman Catholic Archdiocese arrives in town.
We'll find out why hundreds of people were holding hands outside Tiger Stadium today.
And weatherman Mike Lyons says summer is getting an early start. Next on Eyewitness News.
Midas is coming at you with value by the truckload, announcing the biggest news to come down the road in a long time. It's Midas-sized days, and right now you can get a Midas economizer muffler for your car for just $24.95. That's right, just $24.95 installed and guaranteed. For clean and quiet driving, take advantage of our value and quality and these Midas-sized days before they quietly disappear. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
And this is our 1991 Chevy S10EL. Let me point out a few features. Electronic fuel injection, power front disc brakes, rear wheel anti-lock brake system, double wall steel, front and rear. 5-speed, full gauges, tinted glass. What do you think?
So, what will I get for this price?
Let me show you.
The 91 Chevy S10EL. For value, nobody's winning like today's Chevy truck.
Pistons fans know it takes TV2 Sports to cover the finals right. And now, TV2 Eyewitness News at 6.
Porter. Rebound Sally. And Portland rushing. Yes.
After 16 years without a win in Portland, the Pistons finally find the secret to success in Trailblazer territory in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Good evening, I'm Vince Wade.
And I'm Theresa Lukenas. Pistons fans are rejoicing tonight as the Pistons finally put the Portland jinx behind them, defeating the Trailblazers on their own turf. And you didn't have to go all the way to Portland to feel the excitement of today's playoff game. Thousands of Pistons fans watched the game at the Palace. In fact, there were more fans at the Palace than at Memorial Coliseum in Portland. Micah Mater joins us live from Auburn Hills, where Palace Vision turned out to be a huge success for the second year in a row. Micah?
Well, that's right, Theresa. Just as the Portland Trailblazers had their fans courtside, so did the Pistons have their fans courtside, only a whole lot more. And they reacted as if the bad boys were playing right here at the Palace in front of them on the court. More than 15,000 fans showed up to show their team spirit. From the looks of things at the Palace today, you would have never known that the Pistons were in Portland. That's right, thousands of Pistons fans flocked to the Palace just to watch the Pistons on Palace Vision.
Couldn't get tickets, so I decided to come to the game. Thought it'd be more exciting with all these people around.
More fun than watching it at home?
A lot more. We're going to have the crowd behind us cheering the Pistons on.
These fans paid $3 a head to view the Palace Tube. Many parents say they can't afford the $15 playoff price for all the kiddies, and this was ideal.
I don't think for a family we couldn't afford it. I'm waiting to see the Pistons win.
Are they going to win?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to be the champs again.
This man flew from Charlotte, North Carolina to rub elbows with thousands of fellow fans.
Living in Charlotte, and you watch it on TV, it's not the same. So I jumped on a plane and I'm here.
Well, as you can see, it didn't take long for those 15,000 fans to clear out of here. For your information, you can still hear a couple of them behind me. For your information, the Memorial Coliseum in Portland holds about 12,880 fans. We beat them by a mile. 15,102 fans showed up here. And as you know, all the proceeds from today will go to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Reporting live from the Palace in Auburn Hills, Micah Mater, TV2 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Micah. Hold your ears, boy. More than $40,000 was raised at the Palace today to benefit the Muscular Dystrophy Association. If you didn't make it to the Palace today, you can see Tuesday night's game on Palace Vision as well. The doors open at 7 o'clock. Proceeds that night will benefit the United Negro College Fund. Now, Fred Heumann joins us with more on the big win. Fred?
It was big. You know, there was no question about the Pistons' talent. Some, after Game 2, started questioning their will, like Coach Chuck Daly, but maybe they took that as a challenge. Perhaps that's why they played so well today. All of that talk that Portland's Game 2 win at the Palace the other night had allowed the Trailblazers to take control of the NBA Finals is just that. Talk. The Pistons break their 16-year jinx in Portland with an inspiring 121-106 victory over the Blazers as the Pistons take a 2-1 lead in the series. A couple of fourth-quarter highlights. Joe Dumars with the high-arcing shot gave the Pistons a 12-point lead, 94-82. Dumars with 33. Later, Isaiah bounced pass to Dumars to Lambeer. He misses, but John Sally is there for the tip. That gave him a 15-point lead. That was the margin of difference, 121-106. Overwhelming excitement at the Memorial Coliseum on the Pistons' behalf. It was an overwhelming performance. TV2's Eli Zaret and our NBA Finals analyst Spencer Haywood were courtside for the game. They join us now live from Portland. Eli?
Thanks, Fred. I tell you, Spencer, I don't like corny cliches, but it was a gut check today for the Pistons, and I think they passed.
They really did pass, and you got guys stepping right up and taking charge. Vinnie Johnson, outstanding game. Joe Dumars, outstanding game, because we were worried earlier about Joe Dumars guarding Clyde Drexler, so he reversed the table. It was just a wonderful game. John Sally played a strong game, coming in, getting the offensive board. It was just a total team effort. Chuck made a tremendous coaching change at the beginning of the game, putting Aguirre in for Dennis Rodman and letting Dennis Rodman rest. I mean, it's just an overall total championship caliber of coaching and playing.
The three guards scored a total of 75 points, Dumars, Vinny, and Isaiah. So what position does this put them in now?
Driver's seat. They've always been in the driver's seat, but this puts it in a better position because of the fact that Portland came in here oozing with confidence, and this takes the air out of the ball. And sort of like these fans, you notice how they're quietly walking out of here. This is good for the Pistons.
Spencer and I watching some of the things going on around town. One Blazer I saw out until 5. I didn't see out. I heard it was out until 5:30 in the morning. I wasn't there that late. You spotted a couple out until 2 o'clock. I guess they maybe celebrated early.
Celebrated much too early. I mean, and that shows the immaturity of this club. And that's been my problem with them from the onset, is that the immaturity would show.
Okay, we'll be back later with a special Piston guest. That's it for me and Spencer for now. Now back to you, Fred.
All right, Eli, Spencer, thanks so much. It was an inspiring win for the Pistons. As Eli mentioned, the three guards with 75 points combined seem to be the difference. The Pistons win it by 15, their first win since 1974 in Portland. We'll have more highlights, and as Eli said, hopefully a live guest coming up in sports.
Very satisfying win for Pistons fans. Thanks,
especially after Friday night. Yeah. Okay, Fred, thank you. When it comes to the NBA Finals, for some Pistons fans, no distance, no amount of money is too great to see their team in action. And as Ver Jacques reports, plenty of Detroit fans are keeping the faith in Portland tonight.
Portland fans can't believe the sideshow outside the Pistons Hotel. Pistons superfan Joe Dyroff is taking his act on the road.
They cannot catch up.
Okay, Joe, now this is not 60 Minutes. Come on, let's speed it up.
Okay. If they can catch, they can catch up. And the reason for that is they can't cut the mustard.
Besides Joe's normal routine, he greets the Pistons as they board their bus. Scott Hastings gets a high five. Now, this is supposed to be relish in here?
It's supposed to be relish.
This looks like neon green slime to me, Joe.
My wife wouldn't give me any relish. No, she wouldn't.
Well, do you blame her? Here inside Portland Memorial Coliseum, Pistons fans are few and far between, but they're making a lot of noise. Mike Gold, a close friend of Dennis Rodman, is among those here from Detroit.
Well, it's costing a few dollars, but the Pistons are worth it. You know, this is a team that's going to be repeat NBA champions. So we got to come out here. What I'm doing in Portland, I don't know, and it was tough just trying to find Portland on a map.
No, it's the fun of it. These are times that you'll never see again. The excitement is it's too much to explain.
Kay McCain was a Piston fan before it was cool.
This is a true Piston fan. We're here for all 3 games. We're here to root on our team.
A lot of people probably giving you a lot of stares today.
A lot of people have been real nice. This is a great city.
Yes, everything is great when you win. In Portland, Ver Jacques, TV2 Eyewitness News.
Well, you know, it may seem hard for some fans to believe, but not everyone in Detroit today was lusting for a peek at the Pistons doing battle in Portland. Joe Bell shows us how hundreds of thousands of sport lovers divided their loyalties on this big sports Sunday.
It's the roar, not of the crowd, but of something very different. The NBA championships didn't seem to keep anyone away from those thundering hydroplanes in their annual run for the Spirit of Detroit Cup.
The crowd estimates that we got from the police department were about 575 to 625,000, somewhere through there. So it's been a very, very big success.
Pistons blew that last game. The boat races are more important this year, but we'll be rooting for them just the same.
I like the great outdoors.
Yeah.
And I love the beautiful view here. And besides, the game don't come on to 3:30.
Actually, you might do something like bring a portable TV down or something like that.
That's a good point. If you use your head, you can really watch all of it, which apparently they were doing at the River Terrace Apartments. Oh, and incidentally, boating and basketball weren't the only choices. Don't forget the championship golf being played in Dearborn. I mean, after all, this is a religion to some folks. Piston fever still couldn't keep more than 22,000 fans away from Bat Day at Tiger Stadium. But as they did on the riverfront, they kept the bases covered here.
If the Pistons were in Detroit, I'd be at the Pistons game, but they're not, so I come to the Tiger game and watch the Pistons. Best of both worlds.
Thanks to technology and some timing, most people didn't really have to choose between sports. But even if they did, it seems obvious this town has enough fans to spread around. On the Detroit River, Joe Bell, TV2 Eyewitness News.
And the Tigers will inherit a new fan this week. Detroit's new Archbishop, Adam Maida, a big sports fan, plans to attend his first game at Tiger Stadium Friday as part of the ball club's annual Polish night festivities. And in addition to the ethnic twist, the night provides an appropriate Tigers opponent, the California Angels. Vince?
The new leader of the Detroit Catholic Archdiocese is in town and ready to work. Bishop Maida arrived in Detroit this afternoon on a Northwest flight from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Maida will be installed as Detroit's Archbishop at a Mass Tuesday afternoon at Most Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. The bishop said he's ready to meet the challenge of overseeing one of the nation's biggest Catholic congregations. Maida says he's anxious to get to know the area and the people. He'll visit Downriver parishes Tuesday and Oakland and Macomb County parishes on Friday. Sunday, he'll say Mass at St. Cecilia's in Detroit.
Next on Eyewitness News, why local air travelers may be inconvenienced this week on their trip to or from the airport.
A father saves his son's life, but he says it's an accident that should never have happened in the first place.
And a memorial service today for the woman who was the first in the nation to experience death by suicide machine, as Eyewitness News continues.
The big news from Detroit just announced Action Cashback only at your Metro GMC truck dealers. $1,500 cash back on S15 pickups and S15 Jimmys. $1,000 cash back on full-size Jimmys and Suburbans. $700 cash back on full-size Sierra pickups and Safari vans. The big news is out. Up to $1,500 cash back now. See Ray Latham, Grosse Pointe, Bob Janot, Plymouth, or Park GMC Truck, Richmond.
You can tell a lot about a bank by the people it most reveres. The people it considers most responsible for its bottom line. At Comerica, we know exactly who those people are. Comerica, where the bottom line is you.
Let's cut out the small talk. Mountain Jack's is now making the best prime rib in town even better. With a half-pound of Alaskan snow crab, steaming, succulent, and free. Absolutely free. A feast including soup and a salad bar at your table. Free snow crab with the best prime rib in town. Only now and only at Mountain Jack's.
A 4-year-old Clay Township boy is back home tonight after he almost drowned yesterday. Stephen House and his brother Joshua fell into a pond near their home. The boy's father rescued them and performed CPR on Stephen. The youngster was hospitalized. Other area residents say the accident shouldn't have happened because the pond should be fenced in. On Eyewitness News at 11, we'll talk to the House family and find out what's being done to prevent future accidents. Friends and family of a Portland, Oregon woman who committed suicide with the help of a Metro Detroit doctor paid their last respects today. Memorial services for 54-year-old Janet Adkins were held this afternoon in Portland. Adkins, who had Alzheimer's disease, traveled to Oakland County to use a suicide machine invented by Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Kevorkian has not been charged with a crime. Theresa?
Travelers who use commuter vans to and from Metro Airport may find themselves a little inconvenienced tonight. Commuter transportation company employees walked off the job today. All 114 employees voted in favor of the strike yesterday after rejecting the company's final contract offer. Commuter transportation says its managers will take the driver's seat during the strike, and they say they don't expect any problems.
Up next on Eyewitness News, weatherman Mike Lyons says it's going to heat up outside this week, even though the official start of summer is still more than a week away.
And later, baseball fans circled Tiger Stadium to make a point.
And there was lots of action on the Detroit River. We'll tell you about it as Eyewitness News continues.
A truck you can live with, a truck you can work with, a truck you can play with, a truck you can stay with. GMC Truck!
The S15 Jimmy has won acclaim from the toughest critics. Now, the new 1991 S15 Jimmy continues the tradition. Top performance and bold new looks. Welcome to the 90s.
GMC Truck! It's not just a truck anymore.
Get special incentives on the new 1991 S15 Jimmy two-door.
The work's done and we're ready. Visit the 1990 Builders Premier Showcase June 9th through June 24th. Tour 10 magnificent homes at one location in beautiful Grand Blanc, Michigan.
You'll be intrigued with the architectural designs, lavishly appointed interiors, and beautiful landscaping. Something for everyone.
Open weekdays from 3 till 10, weekends 10 till 10. Tickets are available at the gate.
Free parking, showcase program and prizes. The Builders Premier Showcase June 9th through the 24th in Grand Blanc. Just follow the signs.
At Shell, we've been taking good care of cars for a good long time. And while cars have changed, our philosophy has stayed the same. That's why today, every Shell Auto Care dealer guarantees his work with a nationwide warranty. And because Shell Auto Care is one of the largest networks of car repair centers, you'll never have to worry about finding someone who will take good care of your car for a good long time. So don't take chances. Take it to Shell Auto Care.
Painting a picket fence with a Campbell Hausfeld air compressor and paint sprayer is so much fun, everyone wants to do it.
Sure, Charlie, here.
With a Campbell Hausfeld air compressor, you can inflate almost anything easier and faster. And with air-driven tools, there's almost no end to the jobs you can do easier and faster.
I know it's made my jobs a lot easier.
See the affordable Campbell Hausfeld line at ACO, Tractor Supply in Montgomery Ward.
Expected hot, sunny weather, and those clouds had me a little worried today.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't exactly what we forecast, if we recall yesterday, but we will see the clouds begin to break up tonight, and then the heat is going to be turned on high. You've been wondering where summer is? I found it. It's coming our way. Here's how we did today, everybody. 72 degrees, our high temperature this afternoon. A lot cooler than we expected yesterday. I suppose an optimist might call this a refreshingly cool day in Detroit, huh? 58 was our morning low and no precipitation. That's 72, a big difference from yesterday's 81. It's about 6 degrees cooler than we should be for this time of year as well. Yesterday, 81 degrees was the warmest temperature in the state here in Detroit. Today, I think we were in second or third place. The leaders of the pack, Lansing, Muskegon, Alpena, all reported 75 this afternoon. Sault Ste. Marie enjoyed a pretty nice day as well with a high temperature of 71. So why was it so much cooler? We'll blame it on the dastardly jet stream, that river of air represented in purple this afternoon on our satellite map. It's going up to Canada, grabbing some of Mother Nature's air conditioning, cool Canadian air, and throwing it across a good portion of the Great Lakes and New England. A lot worse to our east today, where temperatures in the New England states were just in the 50s. Of course, we had our share of clouds as well, threatening clouds at times, and I'm told we had a couple of raindrops here or there around town. The organized precipitation, though, stayed down in Ohio and parts of Ontario. Up to our north and northwest, clear skies, and that'll be the story tonight and again tomorrow. And then get set for the warmest air of the year. It's bottled up in the midsection of the United States right now. It's continuing to move in this direction action arriving here on Wednesday afternoon, and it looks like it's going to stick around for a while. Look at these temperatures. On Wednesday, the heat will be on, 89 on Wednesday, Thursday 91, and Friday 92 degrees. Until then, here's the calm before the heat. The forecast: clear skies tonight down to about 51 degrees. Tomorrow, a super Monday in Detroit, mostly sunny skies, high temperature of 78 degrees. On Tuesday, maybe some rain late in the afternoon with a high temperature of 83 degrees. And then, as I mentioned, the heat, 89 Wednesday afternoon, Thursday 91, and Friday maybe some rain with a high temperature of 92 degrees. So you've been warmed. Get ready for it.
You weren't woofing. Summer's coming. That's right. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Next in Eyewitness News, we'll go back to Eli Zaret in Portland for a reaction to Game 3.
Also coming up.
Yeah, the Pistons are hot, but no hotter than Jack Nicklaus. The story coming up.
They say Detroit moves to a different beat. From Motown to Motor City, it's a tough, hard-working place. Northwest Airlines is every bit as hard-working. We've committed millions into making Detroit an international gateway, and it's paying off. With 7,000 Detroit employees working to make every trip effortless, we fly to over 220 places you need to go every day. Northwest Airlines, working harder to serve Detroit better.
No down payment, $233 a month, 48 months. Now from your Tri-County Pontiac dealers, a Grand Prix exclusive that makes GMAC Smart Lease even smarter for you. A brand new 1990 Grand Prix LE Coupe is specially equipped with air, automatic, stereo cassette, tilt wheel, and more. Yours now. No down payment, $233 a month. It doesn't get any smarter than this. Randy Hostler, Clarkston, Jim Frassard, Royal Oak, or Noonan, Sterling Heights.
The incredible Eyeglass Factory, with the original 2-for-1 eyeglasses and contacts offer, still has something no one else has. 2 for 1 at a low price, $49.95.
The price. Real people like the price.
That's right. This week, 2 pairs of top quality eyeglasses are just $49.95 at the Eyeglass Factory.
The styles and the price.
2 pairs, $49.95, only at the incredible Eyeglass Factory. Check your local paper for coupons and details.
Well, in a great game this afternoon, the Pistons showed what they thought of that home court advantage over Portland, but that great win's been overshadowed by some tragedy, and Fred Heumann's here with the latest on that.
Yeah, your heart just kind of sinks. Joe Dumars has been playing for over a year with a heavy heart. His father has been very ill in Louisiana, and we understand during the game he passed away. And ironically, Dumars was a star, 33 points. He is shuffled out of Portland now and heading home, where his father passed away during the game. More on that in a moment. The jinx is over in Portland for the first time since 1974. The Pistons have won a basketball game on the road against the Trailblazers, 121-106 the final in Game 3 of the NBA Finals today. The Piston guards playing a sensational game. In the first half, it was Vinnie Johnson hitting for 15 points. The Pistons led by 7 at the half, 58-51. Third quarter, Clyde Drexler feeds to Jerome Kersey right down the middle, but the Pistons still had a 13-point lead. We mentioned Dumars playing with the heavy heart. Here he hits the 3-point jumper. He finished with 33 points for the afternoon. Rick Adelman had reason to worry. Dumars comes back with the high archer that gave the Pistons a 12-point lead. The Piston guards combined for 75 points. The Pistons win it 121-106 to take a 2-1 lead in the series. Now the Pistons have seemingly regained the control they apparently lost in this series. Eli Zaret is courtside to talk to us about that and perhaps give us more on the death of Joe Dumars' father. Eli?
Well, apparently after the game, Fred, Chuck Daly had Joe call his wife back in Detroit. She informed him that Joe's father had died with about 5 minutes left in the game. He left the arena very quickly, is already on Bill Davidson's private jet on his way to Louisiana to take care of business at home. So puts us in a puzzling, happy, sad position today with the Pistons. But let's get back to what happened on the court. John Sally joins us now. I guess they wrote off the world champions a little early. Who would have thought, though, you'd play your best game down here in this supposed snake pit?
People who really know what basketball. Thanks, Spencer. Really understand that it's not over till it's over. We lost 1 game out of a 7-game series, and now we got 4 more games to play. And we're 2-1. Hopefully we can come back in and do the same thing we did today. Hopefully, not knowing what's Joe's situation and what's the team situation, but every time something happens to us, we always see them step up. We played the best game in the world without Dennis Rodman because guys stepped up.
That's exactly true. You find that these guys are stepping up. We were talking about it earlier, that John was going to be one of those guys, Vinny another one. This team is faced with a lot of adversity, and they're true champions, and they're going to win the championship.
Let's talk about some of your big plays. We got some video they're going to roll back in Detroit. First, your block on Petrovic, and then that wild over-the-back alley-oop. Discuss those, please.
Well, how can I put it?
With being as modest as possible, of course.
Well, let me see. I think I got about 4 blocks. They only got me down for 2. I nipped a couple of Drexlers, but the one on Petrovic, that was something I said, well, I missed it this way. He's probably making a layup. I just swung backwards on that. And then the thing I threw to Joe, just that everything was clicking. We were very confident. I was confident, as always, and things worked out for us.
The excitement on the bench there really showed it. This takes a lot of the pressure off that you'd felt.
Well, it puts a lot of fair weather fans back into the seats, and people who kind of gave up on us. A lot of reporters came and said, you guys are in trouble with your back against the wall because we lost 1 game. Those are the guys who also talked about the 20-loss streak we had. I mean, 20 years of losing in this place, but that's during the regular season. When we lose in the regular season, we fly out here and we play, or we fly back and we play.
All right. Thank you, John. Sally, Spencer, we'll send it back to you now, Fred. That's the story from courtside in Portland.
All right, Eli, thank you. We look for you tonight at 11. In golf, Jack Nicklaus was hotter than a Piston this week. Today, he was nearly as hot as the Pistons in finishing an incredible 27 under par at the Dearborn Country Club and breezing to victory in the seniors TPC tourney. Watch Jack roll in this long birdie putt at number 11. That put him 21 under par. He blew away Lee Trevino on the final day. All Lee could do was sigh and watch the master at work. Jack taps in for par at 18 to finish another round of 8 under 64, 6 shots better than Trevino. Well, a Tiger who did not have a hit in his last 35 days got the key hit in a 4-3 victory over the Seattle Mariners today, making a winner out of Jack Morris for the 5th time this season. 5th inning, tied 2-2. Phillips on 3rd, Trammell at 1st. Cecil Fielder, he's had plenty of hits in the last 35 days. He bounces a single to left center. Phillips scores to make it 3-2. 56 RBIs on the season for Fielder. 6th inning, Mark Salas, 0 for his last 35 days. Breaks a 3-3 tie with a solo shot to the upper deck and right. Tigers win it 4-3. Should mention that Tom DeEath, the winner of the Gold Cup races on the Detroit River, and in the French Open, Andres Gomez, the singles champion. More on the Pistons, of course, at 11.
Okay, thanks, Fred. Okay. When we come back, Tiger Stadium gets a huge hug.
We'll tell you why next on Eyewitness News.
A truck you can live with, a truck you can work with, a truck you can play with, a truck you can stay with. GMC Truck.
Beneath this hot new styling, the 1991 Sonoma is and always will be GMC truck quality. For that, it's earned an exciting new name.
Sonoma.
Find out what it means for the 90s.
GMC Truck. It's not just a truck anymore.
Get special incentives on GMC Truck's new 1991 Sonoma.
Jake and Blake awake to Kellogg's Oat Bakes.
Jake?
Yes, Angel Cake?
Why is it milk you forsake when you partake of oat bake?
I love oat bake straight. Does that aggravate?
No, my little potentate.
May I demonstrate?
Raisins, nuts, and spices predominate.
In milk or straight, oat bake tastes great.
Now at Farmer Jack and A&P, buy any 2 of these Kellogg cereals and get a gallon of milk free. See participating store for details.
Tuffy presents the world's 3 biggest lines. The check's in the mail. Yeah, right. My dog ate it, I'm sure. Nobody beats Midas. Oh, come on. Just listen to what Tuffy customers say.
I used to deal with Midas, and I wasn't satisfied, and I found Tuffy.
Midas says nobody beats him. I found Tuffy beats him hands down.
Tuffy gave me the best price, the best service, the best warranty.
Compare. You'll discover what others have.
I would say Tuffy beats everybody.
Here's another completely satisfied Chevy truck owner.
I love my new Chevy S10 with the top-of-the-line Tahoe package.
Great-looking truck. Bet you paid a lot.
Nah, even with luxury features like two-tone paint and AM/FM stereo cassette, it was just $83.95. That's a great deal.
A better deal than a Ford Ranger XLT?
You bet. My S10 has a 2.8-liter V6 included. Ford doesn't.
Hey, how can I get one?
See one of your winning 49 Greater Detroit Chevrolet dealers.
See James in Mount Clemens, Mark in Wayne, or Jefferson Chevrolet in Detroit.
Fans of Tiger Stadium showed their love of and loyalty to the ballpark today. The fans oppose plans for a new stadium. A site has not been selected, but it's rumored the stadium may be relocated in Dearborn. A new survey shows Dearborn residents don't want the stadium there. The fans who took part in the 2nd annual Tiger Stadium Hug say that survey is encouraging.
That's it for this edition of Eyewitness News.
Come back for more Eyewitness News tonight at 11. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night.
Okay, I'll take it.
Nice car, pal. We're going to get off to a great start.
Really?
It's guaranteed. Just give me the good stuff.
Listen to your engine. Use Ultimate regularly in your new car, and Amoco guarantees you won't have a fuel-related problem.
Or Amoco pays you for the repair. You give me quality, I give you performance.
Amoco Ultimate, your car knows. Now you do too.
Well, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
In today's competitive car market, there's one place that gives you the advantage. The advantage of Dodge Caravan, America's best-selling minivan. More cargo room than Chevy Lumina vans. And the highest customer satisfaction ranking of any minivan sold in the U.S. Plus the advantage of a great selection and up to $1,032 in savings on popular options packages on select models.
See Malash Dodge Lake Orion, Highland Dodge Highland, or Winners Dodge Woodhaven.
Get behind the wheel, 11:30 Sunday on TV2.